Hello, hello, good morning, happy birthday to you. Welcome to the first day of the rest of your life, because every day is your birthday if you choose to celebrate every day as life. Celebrate life every day, that's what I was going to say there. Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, good morning. It's 8:19 on Monday morning. I am in my normal place, although I won't be here for much longer. There's a story behind that. Got lots of people to say happy birthday to, because I actually haven't been doing one of these videos since Thursday, I think it was, when I did that kind of live party animal version. I'm quite sure which one I did. Hello Helen, good morning. So I'm going to catch up with those. I'm going to walk while I say happy birthday to the people on the list today, because there's quite a lot. But here's the story. Here's the reason why I haven't been out much. I had a visit from the police last Wednesday, because somebody had reported me for hanging around the bushes with a camera or something, which I'm obviously not doing, because if anybody who's followed me for a long time will see I do this, and I just do it to camera like this. But to be fair to them, I am in a playground, as you can see, where the children play, and there's equipment over there, and there's swings here and so forth. And sometimes there are children around, to be fair. And I've just realised that if there are people sitting over by the picnic bench over there, and they look back this way, they can see bushes. And last week I actually planted a sunflower from my friend Happiness Howarth, Helen Happiness Howarth, and I planted a sunflower just here. So people might have seen me down here, effectively in the bushes from their perspective, and that's maybe why they reported me. But so yeah, I'm going to be really careful in future and not be anywhere near this play area at all when there are children around. There is actually an exercise little area just through the woods over there, which is what I'm going to walk to now and show you. So that's where I'm going to do things from in the future, if there are any children around. Like this morning, for example, 8:15 in the morning, there's nobody around, so pretty safe that I'd be okay today. Yes, so there was a whole group of people over here by these benches, by these benches over here. I can see the angle now, and if they saw me over there behind that little piece of wood there, I would have looked like I was in the benches with a camera just over in that bit over there. And I can understand them if they're family sitting there thinking there's some bloke over there with a camera in the bushes. I was really in the bushes, but you know, there you go. It is what it is. Yeah, so it's kind of made me a little bit like, ugh, why is life like this? But we'll come on to this a little bit, because it's me. I need to protect my own jewel and not let other people's fears fuel my fear. Anyway, so there you go. So I'm walking over here now, and I want to say happy birthday. So lots of happy birthdays. Happy birthday for today to Donna Barron, who I think is the lady in Texas. I think that's right. Is that you? Who I sold the Amazon voucher to? I think that was you. Chad Cowell, David Johns, Andrew Clark Hutchinson, who's in Edinburgh, I noticed that. Dan Fivey and Isabel, I won't even try the surname, oh, maybe I will. Caramez Castello, who is the mother of the child with Joe. So I hope you guys are well. Yes, I just come through this little gate thing here, and you can see there's a little play equipment, there's exercise equipment here this time, and some basketball hoops and things. So I guess this will make a bit more sense to be working out here. And just by the way, here's an interesting thing. You remember I was talking about rubbish a few weeks ago? Look at this. Rubbish. And then rubbish over here. Look at this, all this rubbish over here by the hoops all over the floor. And yet, bin. Look, there's even rubbish there next to the bin. It's like, come on kids. And I think it's because, and there's a lot more over here, I think it's because the kids sit in this little weird thing here. Hello, good morning Johnny, how are you doing? Was that you giving me lots of hearts? I like that. That's very good. So also happy birthdays too, from Sunday, Anne Skelton, Richard Hubble, and Sarah King. Hello Sarah, I'm sorry I didn't even wish you a happy birthday properly and personally. Maybe I'll sit on this. I've got to try and find somewhere I can actually put the camera so that I can record hands-free. Something like this, for example. No, that's not going to work really, is it? I can sit though on this piece of equipment. It's nice, isn't it? A little, I don't know, maybe I flip the, yeah, yeah. There's flip the camera. You sit on here. Do some, there you go. A little bit of working out in the mornings. Kind of fun, isn't it? So yeah, happy birthday to those people. Happy birthday to on Saturday to Teresa Brown, who I think was my landlady when I lived in Lansdowne in Cheltenham. Wendy Murphy, who makes silver in the Forest of Dean area, I think. Mike Turner, who does social media, I think. Is that right, Mike? I'm not quite sure. Can't remember. Too many things. And Charlie Collins Woodfine, of course, who is my dance teacher's son. Is also teaches dance himself, of course. And Wendy Norman, who runs a phone answering service in Norfolk. Simon Morgan, whose name I recognise, but I can't remember what you do, Simon. Is that CDC? Is that CDC days, Simon? I'm not sure. Anyway, happy birthday to all you for Saturday. And for Friday, Sarah Abbott, Christine Gale and Debs Bamford. Happy birthday to all of you from Friday. Sorry it was such a long time ago that I haven't wished any of you a happy birthday. Just trying to work out where I can put the camera. Maybe I can put it on this basketball hoops area here. A little ledge or something. No, it's not. It's annoying. I have to get my tripod out to make that work. Yeah, we'll figure something out while I'm playing around. Anyway, so happy birthday to all of you. Mwah, giving you some love. Let's do the candle thing. Let's do a little breathing exercise candle thing. I'm going to put it up here because it does at least work. Oops. Oh, will it work? Will work. Will work. I can make it work. Or maybe I just need to twist it around a bit. There we go. I think the wind's going to blow it off, but anyway, here you go. Blow out the candles. What's the one thing you're going to get done today? Breathe in 5 through your nose. Put this hand on your heart. Hold for 5. And then blow out the candles on your cake. And wish yourself a happy birthday, and wish all these lovely people happy birthdays. Happy birthday to Donna, Chad, David, Andrew, Dan, Isabel, Anne, Richard, Sarah, Teresa, Wendy, Mike, Charlie, Wendy, again, 2 Wendy's, Simon, Sarah, Christine and Debs. Happy birthday to all of you people for the last 3 or 4 days. There you go, that's 6 minutes into this thing now. But it is, to be fair, it was a... I'm going to have to do a little bit of a longer one this time, so I'm going to have to say goodbye to the Instagrammers at some point. But, or maybe I just switch, I want to see. Anyway. Because I do have some really good points as well, because I've had a good day today, and it's about that fear I was talking about before and protecting your own jewel. So this comes from, I've done it again, haven't I? All my notes have this really annoying, it's a really cool app, really useful app, but unfortunately it has this annoying thing where it's got an archive button on the screen, and if I drag my notes down too far on the screen while I'm rearranging them, it pops it into the archive, and then I have to go and grab it from the archive. So I'm going to go and grab it from the archive. If you're watching live, I don't think there is actually anybody watching live right now. I'm going to go away for about 4 or 5 seconds. But if you're not watching live, then I'll be back in about half a second. If you're watching live, I'm sorry I was away for so long. If you weren't watching live, then you hardly missed me at all, because I'm straight back here. Yes, so it's all about protecting your jewel, and your jewel being your purpose, your reason for living, your purpose, basically. That's all good. There is one person watching. Hello, person who's watching. Who are you? Let me know in the comments below who you are. And if you're watching on replay, remember to give me a hashtag replay and tell me where you're watching from and what your one thing is that you're going to get done today. And do your breathing exercises. And you can do this, remember, you can do this every hour if you want, to get one thing done every hour, and also have this breathing exercise every hour. That's kind of cool. So protecting your jewel, back to that. So this comes from Jay Shetty. His top 10, which is in the list in the descriptions. The book of the day, by the way, is Radical Happiness. Good book, well worth listening to. I'm only halfway through, so always good to listen to the Blinkist book of the day. Whatever it is, it's always good. And he said, we're taught 2 lies as children. 2 lies. You are worthless and useless, and you're no good to anything, and you can have everything. One of those 2. You're worthless and anything, or you can have everything. Have anything you want. And he says, that's not exactly true. It's the real reality is that it's not that you can be anything that you want. It's that you can be everything that you are. And so if you can find that purpose inside yourself, that reason for being, the thing that turns you on, the thing that lights you up, then you can be everything that you are. And I love that idea. I know it sounds like it's sort of a weird thing to think about it, but if you start to think about it, you think, oh yeah, that's right. That makes a lot more sense. And then he says, yes, that's right. And then he goes on to say, you just may not have found your jewel yet, but if you try enough things, then you'll start to find out what lights you up, what turns you on, what gets you excited, and then you can pursue that passion and serve other people. And of course, by serving other people, you then get what you want out of life. It's a famous Zig Ziglar saying, if you help enough people get what they want in life, then you will get what you want in life. And I want to help a lot more people enjoy life and learn to live a life they love. And then hopefully I will get what I want, which is a life I love, with somebody I love, and enough money to be able to travel the world and enjoy that life with the person that I love and who loves me back. That's my whole life purpose and joy, and that I'm looking forward to. And I have a family as well. I have some children who I love and who I can afford to take to amazing places around the world. So yeah, anyway, that's me. This is going on a little bit. What are the other things? He talked about, intentional alignment. So we talked about this the other day, which was when you're on your path and you're heading in the direction you want to go. Remember we talked about before about setting your goal and then enjoying the path. Or maybe, well, I did a post about this on my profile, which was a written post rather than a video post. But I was talking about the Camino walk that I did, and the little yellow arrows that you found along the way that pointed you in the direction of Santiago. But you can always go off the path and enjoy a nice coffee shop or a restaurant or a cathedral or something like that, and then find your way. Then find all the yellow arrows that are going to point you back in the direction of the place you really should be going to. So you can get distracted and enjoy the journey, but then eventually, because you know where you're going and you know that those yellow arrows are taking you in the right direction and you know what to look for, then you can see those indications that will take you back on your path to the general direction you're going in. Of course, those yellow arrows won't be quite as obvious as yellow arrows, but when you know what your goal is and what your destination is, you'll see these little things in your life that'll help you along the path of the direction you want to be going in. And he said, and once you've got that good intention, then when you're watering the seeds of your life, you're also watering the weeds around the seeds, and the weeds will grow up. But of course, you can then take care of the weeds as you can pick the weeds out to make sure that the seeds that you're watering then grow to be strong. But if you weren't watering your seeds themselves because you're worried about the weeds growing, then your seeds will never grow, but the weeds will always find a way to grow, of course. But of course, you won't be paying attention to the seeds, and so you won't be able to pick the weeds out and allow the seeds to grow where you want them, the plants to grow where you want them to grow, because the weeds will tend to win the race, because that's what weeds are, aren't they, right? They're the ones that are established in the ground. They're the ones that are already existing in that place. And so we need to take care of these weeds in our mind. And actually, one of the things in the Blinkist book of the day today was about making sure that you put the right stuff into your mind, which is quite cool as well. Talking about that is fantastic as well. And how are we doing on time? Getting a little bit close to time for the Instagrammers. And the only other thing was, this came at the end of the Espresso thing from Deepak Chopra, but it was the monk guy talking at the end there, and he was talking about think about ice cream, and with ice cream you have to feel like you want to consume it before it melts, but then compare that to a candle which lights people up before it melts. It's a different philosophy, a different mindset. They both melt, but one lights others before it melts and the other one needs consuming before it melts. And so it's very much more of a sort of I mentality. I want to consume the ice cream before it melts. I mean, obviously you could share it as well. but typically the ice cream needs eating, and if you're the only person there, you need to eat it before it gets away. Whereas the candle can light other people's way and path, and light other people's candles and light other people's lives. Hence my company name is Find Your Fire. It's all about lighting people's embers inside themselves and relighting their fire and helping them to grow and enjoy the life they love. See, that's the whole philosophy there. So we all need to be more like candles, and less like ice cream, or less focused on ice cream. Let's face it, we can all have ice cream to have fun, but share the ice cream. That's kind of part of that whole process, isn't it? And then he talked about how illness begins with the letter I, very selfish, whereas wellness begins with the letter we, or the two letters we, wellness. So when we move from an I mindset to a we mindset, we can move from illness into wellness. And I just love that concept. I've talked about that a few times in the past, but I just love that idea. And of course that takes us from fear into love as well. So rather than being fearful of other people and fearful that people are going to take things away from you, taking away my ability to go in the play park, for example, I can just take it with love and say those people were just loving their children and trying to protect their children. They didn't understand, they didn't think to come and talk to me and find out what was actually going on. They were careful about protecting themselves and their lives and their livelihoods and whatever. It's all good. But I can look at them with compassion and care, and I can choose my thoughts and my feelings. It's another thing that Jay Shetty talked about. Rather than comparing, complaining and criticising, get rid of those 3 C's. Don't compare, complain and criticise. Instead, you can care, show compassion and make choices going forward. So anyway, I'm hoping I've stayed under 15 minutes for my Instagrammers. I'm going to have to put the camera down to do the lovey thing. There's your lovey thing. I should have done it underneath the... oops. Sorry. Underneath the basketball hoop, because that would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? There's the basketball hoop up there. There you go. Boom, basketball hoop. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely Monday, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow, probably from this area here, and hopefully I'll find a better way of propping up the camera and talking to you without having to hold it the whole time. Take care, guys. Hopefully that's under 15 minutes, and I will see you all soon. Bye.